Alright, today we are going to give a quick overview of how to use the Holt McDougall online site specifically for 6th grade math teachers at Desert Springs Middle School. Now the first thing that we're going to do is go up here to the address bar and type in my.rw.com, and that's going to bring us to the sign in screen. Now the username and password for us are site specific. So you should have gotten an email when you signed your contract for our school, and if you didn't, then come see anybody because our passwords are all the same. Now the cool part about having a site-specific page is that we all have access to each other's books, which is great for us 6th grade teachers because that means that we have access to what the algebra teachers are teaching and also what the 6th and 7th grade math teachers are teaching. And if you ever wanted to know anything about language arts or what they're doing, there's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade books for language arts there as well. We have today our little book right here, this blue one. And to access the online text, we are going to go to the online textbook, click that link over there to the right, and that is going to bring you to the home page for the 6th grade math team and for our math book. Now across the top, you're going to see 5 tabs: book pages, additional practices, videos and activities, teacher resources, and assessments. And for our purposes today, we're going to be focusing on book pages, teacher resources, and assessments. Now, assessments is self-explanatory. This is where you're going to find all the assessments, any section quizzes, the chapter test, and the chapter test they give you options to do either multiple choice or open-ended, and they give you 3 versions of each test. So have at it. Do what you like with those. The performance assessment, if you'd like your kids to do more of a group activity to show that they've mastered the standards, performance assessments are great. And cumulative tests are from that chapter that you've started on. So say you started on, or you're working on chapter 5, cumulative test would obviously include questions from chapter 5 as well as chapters 4 through 1. So that is a great resource if you want to spiral your curriculum and make sure your kids are keeping all that information fresh. The end of course assessment, again, they give you 3 different versions of this. This will cover everything from the entire course. Great for CST practice and again, helping your kids to spiral the information that they've learned. Book pages over here on the other end is wonderful because it gives you access to the student book. So this is a great idea if you don't want to have to carry that huge book around all the time. For lesson planning every night, I know I hated carrying that book around, so I was very grateful when I found the online version. You can see the enlarged book pages in English and in Spanish, and at the chapter opener page, which is what this is, you even have access to a chapter project, which your kids should be able to complete by the end of the chapter. For all of the resources that you find, you're going to see 2 drop-down menus up here on the top. This is going to take you to whatever chapter you want, and this is actually where I get the most questions from new teachers and teachers who are new to using the site. So how do I find specific lessons or specific chapters? All you're going to do is come here to this drop-down menu, find the chapter that you want. The second drop-down menu will take you to the lesson that you want. If you want to go to Unpacking the Standards or a specific lesson, they're all right there. The enter button will not work to get you there. Please remember to click go, and go will take you to the pages. These are exactly what the students see. You have access to scroll through them, and they are, again, exactly what the students see. Again, you can see the enlarged book in English and in Spanish. You will have tutorial videos, and these are actually pretty engaging videos that you can watch or your kids can watch if they need some extra help. This is also what you're going to find over here under videos and activities. So if you want a specific way to quickly find a video and activity and you don't want to scroll through all the book pages, right here, video and activity tab is a quick way to find those. You are also going to find glossaries, so if you want to look up definitions, help your kids out, prompt those up on the screen, then this is a great way to do that as well. Finally, the last tab is the most important tab. This is where you're going to find your bread and butter. The Holt people have gone to a lot of trouble to make this as user-friendly as possible. They have included anything that you could ever want or need, parent letters, quizzes. The Are You Ready and Ready to Go On are great intervention and enrichment to see if your students are ready to move. They also include more interventions, workbook, pages, internet resources, resources for parents can be found right there. Where you're going to want to spend the most of your time is over here in the lesson. So you pick a lesson that you want, click on the plus sign that you find right there. And for each lesson, Holt has included a lesson plan, editable lesson plans. They've actually already created PowerPoints for you, and what's great about these is that they have already included some closed notes. So if you go down here to Know It Notebook, these are closed notes that they have in both English and Spanish, and they coincide exactly with this PowerPoint presentation. So your kids are able to take quick and efficient notes that they have there with them for all of class. Student resources are here. Practice A, B, and C are for students who are on target. They understood the lesson. Review for mastery is for students who maybe need a little bit more time. It is a reduced number of problems, and they are a little bit easier. Challenge is for students who really understood the work and are ready for a challenge. You also have hands-on labs here. They include homework help online, questioning strategies for you, anything that you could want, including modified work for your special needs students, like special education or English language learners. There are worksheets that have already been differentiated to meet those needs, which is a great time saver. So, all right, that has been your quick walkthrough of the Holt online resources. Feel free to explore. There's lots to learn and see on this site. And drop by my classroom if you have any questions. Thanks.